2024 marks 10 years since the beginning of Pope Francis's economic reform. It has been a decade aimed at combating corruption and making the Vatican a more transparent state, especially in the financial sphere, through a variety of measures. Months after his election, the Pope closed 5,000 unauthorized accounts at the Vatican Bank and, in 2014, created 3 economic bodies. One of them was the Office of the Auditor General, whose task is to act as an anti-corruption authority. It monitors Vatican finances and has taken steps to be more transparent with its assets.
Oggi è disponibile.
The administration of the Patrimony of the Apostolic See, or APSA, budget is available for anyone to read. It is also possible to find its financial statements and the statements of its foreign affiliates, which are audited. Today, these statements and the administrative activities of nunciatures around the world are monitored, which was not the case before.
The Vatican recently had a case involving Cardinal Angelo Becciu, who was found guilty of several crimes, including embezzlement. And the Office of the Auditor General was able to find the necessary information for the investigation.
It all started from 2 reports to the promoter of justice, one I made and one by the Vatican Bank. This led to an investigation and a process that lasted over a year. But if someone references that, they could say, oh, they failed. But that was the past and it is different now. And so this difference is proof, in my humble opinion, that the Pope's economic reforms have been successful.
In January, the Vatican published new rules to simplify the process of reporting corruption. Public officials who suspect irregularities now are able to report it. Confidentiality is respected, but it isn't anonymous.
The only person authorized to see who made the report is me or any of my representatives. We have a strict obligation to keep the identity of the reporter protected. We cannot disclose it to anyone unless ordered by a legal authority.
But these reforms began before Pope Francis, as his predecessor Benedict XVI had taken some steps towards establishing transparency. The Auditor General says the work by these 2 popes has helped reduce the amount of corruption in the Vatican.
Nothing is perfect. Everything can be improved further, and as the Pope himself says, corruption, rather than a sin, is a disease that needs to be cured. I believe that the economic reforms initiated by Pope Francis and Pope Benedict make it more difficult to perform unlawful acts.
The Auditor General says this economic reform has 3 goals: to increase transparency, end corruption, and reduce waste.